Sack Life beat depression in day 739, and I feel fine. And today we're going to keep it that way with another somatic healing session to wipe out depression. I want to thank you guys so much, guys and gals, everybody for tuning in now. Anyone who's tuning in later, as you know, start every single show with gratitude. My gratitude going out to all the people out there supporting each other. I want to also shout out gratitude. Let's shout out to the first ones in. UT Doshi, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I also want to shout out gratitude to the non-profit organization Kids Kicking Cancer and Century Martial Arts for raising awareness to a good cause. And if you don't know, there's a 10-kick challenge going on right now for Century and Kids Kicking Cancer to help raise awareness and generate funds to help these kids go through their martial arts training, get belts, build themselves up, fight forwards, develop that warrior mindset, and keep pushing forward. So check it out if you get a chance. There's a link on Century's main page and also on Kids Kicking Cancer main page. We'll put links up after the show in the stories. But they got a really good challenge going on right now. All you have to do is 10 kicks. It can be the same kick 10 times. It doesn't even have to be a martial arts kick. It can be just any kind of kick. You kick the air, kick a ball, kick a bag, kick a can, kick a friend, kick anything you want. But it's just record yourself doing 10 kicks, post up with the hashtag 10kick challenge, nominate a couple other people, and then we could really make a difference out here. We make a difference out here every day just by showing up for ourselves, putting in that work, making that progress, and sharing that progress with others. It's inspirational to see you guys. And I want to shout out to everybody in here right now. Thank you guys so much. Ranit, thank you for being here. Lisa the Luminary, Caroline Martins, Becca, and UT Doshi, thank you guys and gals so much for being here and supporting the cause. Today, as I was saying, let me get back on track. Boom, boom. So when we share our progress, when we show up for ourselves and we build ourselves up, but we share that progress publicly, we can help inspire others to do the same. And why not help in as many ways as possible? So if you're down, we'll practice a kick today. I'm going to throw in there a teep kick into our lesson, and that'll arm you with a tool that you can use if you'd like to do the 10-kick challenge. And even if not, you can still stick with us. We're going to go through nice basic jabs and crosses, and we'll mix in that teep there. Today is day 739, which brings me into that next powerful mental health tool, that list tracking tool, that progress tracking tool. If you're getting up and you're accomplishing your daily goal, right, your daily attainable goal that builds you up both mentally and physically, whatever it may be. Might be this class, it might be a martial arts training class or a heavy bag time alone. If you're crushing that goal every day, please do keep track of it, because the more we keep track of that number, the more powerful that number becomes. And it reinforces the truth. That what is that truth? That truth is we can and we do overcome those debilitating effects of depression. We overcome those lies that depression and anxiety try to sell us, like we can't get out of bed today, or we're not good enough, or we can't do this, or we can't do that. This is our proof that we can, that we have, and we can look forward to in the future continuing to make progress. So it's been 739 days of continuous training for me, the Sack Man. Let me know how many days it's been for you. Sharing that number is a great way to inspire one another. And I already see some comments coming in. To Becca, day 18. Appreciate you out there. Thank you so much for sharing that progress, helping inspire others. Shout out to Luca. He said today's Watermelon Wednesday. That's his special name for Water Flow Wednesday. It is indeed, buddy. We're going to get some active recovery. And UT Doshi says, what's the total number of days I will run this campaign? If you're talking about the Sack Life campaign, it's until depression's wiped out from the face of the planet. So I'll be kicking and punching every single day until we accomplish our goal. If you talk about the Kids Kick Cancer campaign, it's just for this month, I believe. You can double check the details on Kids Kick Cancer and also on Century Martial Arts page. Check it out there. But yeah, I'm going to be going forever. We're going to be doing some more work together in the future. It looks like they've got a really good vibe over there, good energy. So it'll be good to benefit each other, to promote each other. And you can look forward to some of that content a little bit later today. Shout out as well to Clouder Valen. Thank you so much for being here. And to Lisa the Luminary for sharing her progress at 439 days of consecutive progress and success. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing that number and being an inspiration to each other, to one another out here. I think UT or Becca said thank you for sharing these videos. Also, if you missed this live class, we posted up on YouTube at Sack Life Daily, one word, Sack Life Daily, on YouTube. So you can take these classes whenever you'd like, at your own discretion, at your own pace, and you can also do so anonymously. You don't have to subscribe or follow or you don't even have to like it. If you don't want to support it, it's fine. But you can tap into those free mental health tools there on Sack Life Daily and see if there's something that works for you. We're all individuals. We got to find those tools that really resonate and click with us as individuals. So I encourage you to just explore what's out there. There are literally hundreds of ways that we can empower ourselves to fight forwards. We just have to find the right ones for us. For me, it was that heavy bag, literally. Wow. It was that heavy bag that helped me come out of therapy with a green light from my doctors, off of medication with a green light from my doctors, and into this world continuing to move forwards. So for me, it was just the bag to start. I didn't even have martial arts training. I just had that physical outlet that was missing from my life. But we've been able to roll in multiple mental health tools, and we're going to tap into some of them today for this active recovery session. It's a good time for beginners, and I want to shout out as well to Distinct Fitness Training. Thank you for being here, and for the thumbs up from UT. Thank you. So we're going to share multiple mental health tools today. It's going to be a low-intensity class. We're going to talk about Muay Thai stance very quickly. We're going to keep it short, keep it concise. We're going to go 10 minutes straight through a nice active, low-intensity, calming recovery session. And we're going to be using the power of breath work. It's a very powerful tool, the breath work tool. And the tool we're using is called diaphragmatic breathing. This tool alone can calm your nervous system and help bring that heart rate down, bring down an anxiety level, give you that calm, peaceful state of mind so you can think clearly and move forwards. And Luca said, can Claire do this one? Absolutely. It's low intensity. It's good for everybody. And we're not going to be putting a strain on anything. We're just going to be doing some deep breathing exercises, linking them in with movement to form a moving meditation that's super effective at empowering us to fight forwards against depression. So let's talk about the breathwork tool first, just so we can be prepped for the class. We're going to start with one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. And we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, breathing deep, filling that belly with air. We want to push that belly out, kind of expand that belly out, but keep the chest nice and flat. There's a couple different things that make this effective. Keeping the chest where it is one of them. So using the hand as a guide, one over the chest, one over the belly. Let's take that deep breath in through the nose and expand the belly. Not till we feel pain or a whole lot of pressure. We just want to breathe nice and slow and just expand that belly out. Let's do it together. Deep breath in through the nose. We're keeping the chest flat. We're expanding that belly. Hold it for a moment. And then long and slow exhale out the mouth. You notice the belly's falling down, chest stays flat the whole time. So by doing this, we're activating that diaphragmatic breathing muscle, which calms the automatic nervous system. And the more we practice this at not breathing with that chest and breathing deep into that belly, the more effective we can become at using this tool. So a few other things that make it effective. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to take that deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly with air, and then hold it for a moment. And when we exhale, we want to make sure that the exhale is at least twice as long as that inhale. And we want to exhale through the mouth with resistance. So you can put a little bit of resistance between the lips, kind of purse those lips, put a little back pressure in there. And then long and slow, exhale that breath, twice as long as the inhale. Let's try it together. Deep breath in through the nose, through the belly. Hold it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth, purse lips. And that is it. It is that simple. That is a diaphragmatic breathing tool. We're going to link that with movement to make it super effective. We're going to train some teep kick today. That's a classic push kick from Muay Thai. We're going to work from Muay Thai stance. And we'll also be doing some fundamentals, just jab and cross and teeps. We'll keep it nice and simple. We're going to flow through the round 10 minutes straight through, tuning into ourselves periodically, checking in with ourselves, returning to just that breath, and make sure we keep that intensity low and give ourselves an active recovery session that we can feel. Keeping that heart rate low, getting that boost, and that recovery that we need. Make sure you're drinking water, staying hydrated out there, and let's get into it. Let's get it going. We're going to have some calming music going as well at the same time. This music has been encoded with binaural beats, which, if you're not familiar, they also have a calming effect. But in order to really get the benefit of them, you have to use headphones. It has to be in stereo. So they are available to stream for free on Spotify. Just Google the artist sacklifeofficial.com. come up there. You can try them out and see if they benefit you again as well. Make sure you're finding those tools that work for you. That being said, we're going to visualize a target for all of our strikes, and we're going to link that breath work tool we talked about just a minute ago with those strikes. So here's how that's going to work. As we take that deep breath in, we're going to assume our defensive stance. Let's talk about that defensive stance. We're going to start by visualizing an opponent. Visualize the depression dummy. Square up limbs, square shoulders, squared hips. And then we're going to space our feet evenly apart. Nice and evenly spaced, head on that center line. We're going to bring the guard up high by the brow line. Close the fingers, tuck the thumbs. And then we're going to step forwards with our non-dominant hand in front. So whatever hand you write with, that's your dominant hand. That's going to be your power hand. That's going to stay in the back where your rear leg is. We're going to take a step forwards, and you can visualize a box on the ground, nice and square. Placing the ball of front foot in the top corner, ball of back foot in the bottom corner, head right on the center line. Now we're nice and balanced. Put a little bend in those knees so you can rotate easily on the balls of the feet. Guard high, chin tucked, and now you're in your Muay Thai stance. From here, most people like to shift their body weight forwards and backwards from the front foot to the back foot, carrying that weight and kind of finding the rhythm by rolling those hands with the movement. You don't have to do that. You can just hold that solid stance for the sake of this session. But if you do want to be more authentic and simulate training a little more accurately, you can add in that movement as well. Remember, it's all up to you, setting the challenges you can accomplish per day. So we talked about that diaphragmatic breathing tool. When we take the deep breath in, we're going to assume that defensive stance that we just talked about, that Muay Thai stance, as we hold that breath in the belly. When we're ready to strike, we're going to exhale long and slow, and we're going to let the exhale be our guide to the striking pattern. So we're going to turn through nice and slow through the body. I'll break down those striking patterns. We're going to be doing fundamental jab cross, and we're going to add in that teep so you can be prepared for the Kids Kick Cancer Challenge if you'd like to help out there. And that's it. Now, if it's going too slow for you, or if it's not keeping your attention or keeping you entertained, or maybe your martial arts skill level is super high already and you're armed with so many different tools, you can use any striking pattern from any form of martial arts, linking it in with the breath to give yourself that active recovery. So please do make it your own. If the punches are too slow, you can use elbow strikes, you can use overhands, you can use knee strikes, just linking them with that breath. We're going to try and keep those strikes to a maximum of 3 strikes. That way we don't get carried away and accelerate that heart rate. We want to keep it calm and under control. Remember to check in on you. Make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you're breathing in the nose, deep to the belly, and then out the mouth with resistance, long and slow, as we move through those striking patterns. We're going to start with the basic jab and cross, and then we'll build up from there into the teep, make some nice creative combos, and get flowy with it. We're going to enter that flow state. All right, here we go. Visualize that target, square up with your opponent, and let's do this thing. Starting the timer now. Guard high by the brow line. Close the fingers. Remember to make a proper fist. Close the fingers like you're giving a thumbs up. Tuck the thumb behind those top 2 fingers. There's your fist. Guard high. Take that deep breath in, and we're going to assume defensive position. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Guard high by that brow line. Long and slow. We're going to exhale as we turn in. Turn in and twist through the shoulders and hips. We're rotating on the ball of the front foot and delivering that lead punch right to the face of that depression dummy. Notice my chin tucked into my shoulder, and I've turned that fist over nice and flat. You want to aim to land on those large 2 knuckles. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. Guard high, hold that breath. Long and slow exhale forwards. Remember the resistance through the mouth, and finish that strike at the end of that breath. We want to fully exhale in striking position. Don't return to defensive stance until you fully exhaled all that air from the belly, and then long and slow, deep inhale back. Link that inhale with the movement. Long and slow exhale forwards. Turning through on the ball of the front foot, twisting through the hips and shoulders. We're sending that fist straight forwards. And deep inhale back. Guard high. We're going to add in the cross now. 2 strikes right down that center line. Notice the hands coming back to defend after each strike lands. Deep inhale back to defensive position. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow. Exhale through jab cross. Keeping that head centered on that center line. Remember to bend the legs, bend the knees so that you can rotate on the ball of each foot and drive that fist forward. Deep inhale back. Guard high, long, exhale forwards, jab cross. Deep inhale back. Guard high in Muay Thai position, chin tucked. Notice the footwork on the jab and cross. Long and slow, exhale. Rotating on the ball of that foot, letting the heel stay slightly raised and keeping the torso centered. I'm not leaning into the punch, I'm keeping it nice and straight up, twisting through, using that breath as a guide. Let's take the deep breath back. Guard nice and high, long and slow, exhale through jab cross. Right down the center line. Turning those fists over, making contact with that visualized target, and following the breath as a guide. Deep inhale back. Guard high, long and slow, exhale through jab cross. And deep inhale back. As we return to defensive stance, you want to make sure that the hips are squared with your opponent and the shoulders are squared with your opponent. Chin tucked, guard high, shoulders rolled for defense. Long and slow, exhale through jab cross. Right down that center line, bringing the guard back after each strike. Shout out to Slayer Ken, thanks for joining, appreciate you, bro. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. Now, shake out the arms and legs if you're feeling that lactic acid build up in the limbs. Want to stay loose, stay fluid. Go ahead and return to that breath. And we're going to make sure that we're calming the nervous system by keeping that breath work slow and under control. Shout out to Caveman Boxer, appreciate your support, brother. We'll place one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly, and return to that diaphragmic breath. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Remember, twice as long on the exhale as the inhale. Deep inhale again through the nose to the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow through pursed lips, out the mouth. De-stress. Calm that system with the power breath. One more time. Deep in through the nose to the belly. Keeping the chest flat. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Alright, you should be feeling the calming effects, feeling that heart rate coming down. This is a breathwork tool. All we have to do is learn how to use it correctly, and it will have that effect on the nervous system. Let's get back into it, back into fighting position. And we're going to start talking about that teep kick so you can be prepared for the 10 kick challenge from Kids Kick Cancer and Century Martial Arts out there. So guard high, return to defensive Muay Thai stance. Take the deep breath into the belly. Guard high, and what we're going to do here is we're going to do a lead teep kick. We're going to take the rear foot, step it forwards so that we can have our center of balance nice and even. We're going to lift the lead foot up kind of on one plane and bring those hips in. So take a look at the hips. The hips are going to come in as I bring that lead foot up and target, right? And then I'm going to exhale and drive those hips forwards as the shoulders go back. Chin tucked and rotating those shoulder back will help maintain that balance through the teep. Our goal is to push with the ball of the foot, so you want to curl those toes back and drive the ball of that foot straight forwards, just like you're pressing on a gas pedal. Ideally, we're aiming for center mass, so we're going to take that deep breath in as we bring the foot up, and then long exhale forwards as you push through with the ball of the foot towards center mass. If you don't have the flexibility yet for this, you can go lower. You can aim for the groin. Bam, take them out. Deep inhale back, or even lower if that's also too much of a stretch, and aim for the kneecaps and fight super dirty. So deep inhale in, bringing the hips in, long exhale, out, driving that foot forward, ball forwards, right into the kneecap, and then back to stance. Let's return to the breath, slow it down, and talk about the different mechanics that are going to help keep you balanced and effective here. Guard up high, return to defensive stance with the inhale. Hold it in the breath, long exhale through lead teep, stepping forwards, bringing that leg up on one plane, hips are in and loaded, right? And we're going to reach forwards with the hand on the same side as the leg. This is counterweight here. That hand is going to chop as we send that foot forwards, and then return back to our Muay Thai stance. Square up, let's reset with that breath. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold it, long and slow. Exhale through that whole teep. Keep the guard high on the opposite side. Deep inhale back. To the belly, guard up high, center line, right? Tuck the chin, square the shoulders, visualize that target. Long and slow exhale through a lead teep. Deep inhale back. To the belly and return to stance. Long exhale forwards. Deep inhale back. And return to stance. Let's shake it out. Shake out the lactic acid. Return to the breath for a moment. And then we're going to mix together the fundamentals and the teep. Remember, feel free. Use any striking pattern you'd like. Keep it interesting for yourself if this is too basic for you. But for now, let's calm that heart rate. One hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. Draw your attention to the breath. Breathe in through the nose, deep to the belly. Hold it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. One more time, deep through the nose to the belly. Hold it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Making sure it's twice as long as the inhale. Now let's link it all back to movement and put all those tools together. Deep inhale to the belly and return to defensive stance. Now we're going to long exhale through jab cross and go right into the teep. Deep inhale back to the belly, return to stance. Long exhale through jab cross teep. Deep inhale back to stance. If you want, you can slow this down, make it nice and easy on yourself, but make sure that it is still, you're still moving, you're still following that breath. Long exhale through single jab. Slow that jab down. Twist through shoulders and hips. Guard stays high on the opposite side. Roll the shoulder for defense. Turn the fist over, make contact. Deep inhale back to the belly. Hold that guard high. Long exhale through jab cross. Visualize doing damage to that depression dummy. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly. Long exhale through jab cross. Deep inhale back to the belly. Long exhale through teep. Shoulders go back, chin tucked, hand chops on the same side. Deep inhale back. Guard high, long exhale. That brings us to the end of the moving meditation active recovery session. Shout out to Fab Andre, thank you for being here, appreciate that support. We're going to return to that breath one more time just to make sure we got that intensity level down, heart rate under control, nervous system under control. One hand over the chest, one over the belly. Deep inhale through the nose, expanding that belly with the breath. Nice and slow. Hold on to it for a moment. Long and slow out the mouth with resistance. At least twice as long as that inhale. Let's do it again. Deep inhale into the belly. Hold. Long exhale out the mouth. One more time. Deep through the nose to the belly. Hold that breath. Long and slow exhale. And that is the end of our active recovery session. Hopefully you guys are feeling the calming effects of that breathwork tool. Linking in with movement and martial arts practice can allow us to continue to train that muscle memory, that accuracy, that martial arts training, and make ourselves more effective, more prepared for the world around us, and at the same time give ourselves a break from that stress that we incur during our daily challenges in life. So if you're feeling the benefits of this class or any of these free tools, please do share. Please do let people know. And this class will be up, as I said before, on Sack Life Daily, one word, on YouTube. And if you'd like to let the world know what it's doing for you, please do drop us a comment on that YouTube page, and that way we can help each other. Shout out to Carmen. Appreciate you, Carmen. It's my aunt out there. Love you, Carmen. I'll catch you later. And for everybody else, catch you all. Same Sack time, same Sack channel, same Sack life. Sack man out.